I have been under attack since before I was even born. Darkness came from my mother twice, before she was pregnant with me, and twice again while she was carrying me. People, even my own family, thought it wasn't that strange, but deep down I knew this was not normal. I was born in December, after a year filled with continuous accidents that happened to my mother. Before me, there was an older brother. He was born a year earlier, but he passed away just 2 days after birth. A few months later, my mom had a miscarriage, only 3 months in, and she didn't even realize she was pregnant. Then came me. I arrived only months after that loss. Sometimes I wonder, did I come after my brother and sister? Or was I the continuation of what couldn't come true before? Maybe it just wasn't their time, and mine came later. Growing up, I would often cry, hearing my mother's story about being pregnant with me. I didn't understand why, but deep inside, I felt something, a connection. I knew I came here for something. And as I said at the beginning, my mother was attacked twice while she was carrying me, once through toxins and once through a vehicle accident. Each time I was close to death inside her womb, but somehow I was protected. I was born without injuries, without disability. Throughout my childhood, I went through many physical challenges, strong allergies, nosebleeds, acne, skin reaction across seasons. I had a hot temper too. But despite everything, I grew up strong. I had strange accidents, moments that I could have taken my life, and yet I was always protected. As if nothing could truly break me, there was one thing I noticed about myself. I always acted like a boy. I didn't like being a girl. I only played with boys. But strangely, everyone liked me. Girls, boys, even animals. And even now, people are drawn to me. Some feel close, some feel jealous, but they stay. I also never liked spending too much time on myself. I kept everything simple. I didn't want to be focused. I didn't want to be on stage, something like that. And I didn't want to invest effort into my appearance, even into myself, unless it was for others. And now I understand why my feminine energies was coded, was hidden, protected throughout my childhood, and it has only started to awaken again since last year. Recently, I've changed a lot. I take care of myself more. I love my hair, my body, my presence. I no longer feel guilty for choosing myself. And I've started sharing my story, talking to you, opening up on this channel. If any part of my story resonates with you, remember this. You are always protected. Your feminine energies will rise at the right time, and maybe that time is now. So, today's topic is feminine awakening, why it is rising now, and how can we hold space for the return of the divine feminine. When the divine feminine rise, it is your time to shine. The divine feminine, the divine mother archetype, was always meant to cover the earth like water cover the sea. She is the mother of all, the sacred womb, the sacred sensual, powerful, embodied energy within us. But over centuries, this energy was suppressed, distorted, removed. This was not random, it was intentional, because when you control the feminine, you control how love flows through an entire civilization. And even the number 13 was turned into something to fear. Friday the 13th, no 13th floor, no 13th seat, but 13 was never cursed. 13 is a womb, the void, the space before creation, the dark feminine, the part of existence that could not be controlled. And now it is rising again. The wild, the intuitive, the truth, and those who remember will awaken it. Throughout my life, the number 13 has always followed me, not as a curse, but as a sign of enlightenment, a sign of truth, a sign of awakening. In exams, in competition, whenever 13 appear, I seem to rise. I was born in December, but according to the lunar calendar, it was connected to the 13th month. My parents always remind me that I started school 1 year earlier than others within that same number cycle. And throughout my childhood, they kept telling that story to everyone they met. My son was born on the 13th day, and every time the 13 returns, it brings transformation, truth, and awakening after chaos. And I want to leave you with a quote from Pablo Neruda, a poet who began writing at the age of 13 from Chile. You can cut on the flower, but you cannot keep spring from coming. No matter how much something is suppressed, no matter how deeply it is buried, when the time comes, it will rise. So, my message for you is this. When spring arrives, no flower resists blooming. Even what seems stubborn will open in its own time. Trust your timing, trust your path, trust your awakening. May the truth within you always guide you until we meet again.